Good morning, everyone. This is Irish Vampire, and this is my Season 2, Episode 3 of my 7 Days to Die series. This is Alpha 11.4. I haven't played this game in a little while, so you're going to have to forgive me if it takes me a minute to get back into the swing of things. Whoa, there is a zombie in here. I was just going, hey, it kind of sounds like there's a zombie in here, but I cleared this place last night like it shouldn't have a zombie. Yeah, no, apparently the game does not care. That is not even a thing that they were worried about. My school time is getting a little bit insane right now. We've got 4 classes this term, and things are just kind of going crazy, so I haven't had much time for video games. Actually, even this past weekend was kind of awful for it. Oh, the fog here is kind of terrible. I don't know how I feel about that. It kind of sounds like there's a truckload of zombies down here. Whoop, I'm out. Okay. So, yeah, things have begun a little bit crazy at school, so I have not been able to get on here as much as I would like. Now, that's not necessarily a big problem. I have been making sure that I have episodes to go up. It just means that I get to have a little less fun. And that's fine. I mean, part of being a responsible adult, unfortunately. There's nothing for it unless you're a huge YouTuber, in which you make all your money off of playing video games and having fun. And even then, still a ton of work. You just have a large portion of your job that you get to enjoy rather than dreading going to work every day. I am most definitely going to die here. For those of you who can't see anything here, I don't know how dark it is. I am playing with lighting filters. I was thinking to myself, oh hey, I'll just go ahead and boost the brightness filter on the game. That way people can see what's going on in darker places. It didn't work out so well with the one video, but I'm working on making it so that it's a little bit easier to use. Maybe it's a little bit more subtle, but just to kind of give you guys a better idea of what we're looking at when we play the game and it's super dark. I mean, I can see alright most of the time, but the videos for some reason record super dark, and then they go on YouTube and they get a little darker. Like, I know you experience it with every single person who plays almost any game, really. Like, dark spots in games anymore are just horrible for people who have to view it on YouTube. I'm trying, guys. That's all I can say for that. I'm just kind of firing willy-nilly, and it's not getting me much. I mean, it was there for a minute, but oh my. I had not realized such a large group was down here, waiting for me. Had I realized that, I might have come down and said hello a little bit sooner. I'm lying. No, I wouldn't have. I actually decided that's what I don't like about this game. For those of you not aware, I am getting a little bit tired of 7 Days to Die. Not just because I play it a lot, both in free time and when I record, and I watch it all the time. But 7 Days to Die, like, I love it. But once you get to a certain point, there's just no point in playing anymore, at least not in my opinion. I'm not one of those people who loves spending the time to build superstructures constantly. And so, you know, there's no end game for me. By the time I get to that point, I'm bored out of my mind. Games like this tend to go that way. But one of the things that I realized has been missing from my gaming life is games these days don't seem to actually have anything to do. Like, running here, running there, that's all fine and dandy. But the Hold on just a moment, I have to sneeze. Sorry about that, guys. My mic still does not have a mute button, so you're going to be treated to all of that. 100% real, at least, right? But, you know, it's fine and dandy when you get to run place to place to place to place to place. And would you just die? And, you know, you're constantly getting hit up by zombies. Or just plain hit, you know, that's the thing that happens as well. In fact, that's part of the reason I put these down here, is because I got beat up by all those zombies just a minute ago. And combat's fun, don't get me wrong. Even with combat the way it is in this game, like, it creates an element of suspense, and it really gets your heart going sometimes. But then you get moments like these, where you're just kind of firing into crowds and going, okay, well, you'll die eventually. And then zombies will spawn on you, and it'll be unfair. And it's a cycle it's worked so far, I guess. But it's actually the only thing this game's got going for it right this minute. There's lots of content, but there's nothing to do. You know, there's nowhere to go. There's nothing I can see or experience. There's no random events in the game. I would love to see something like you're wandering around the wasteland and you run across a camp and you're just like, okay, I'll raid that camp. And it turns out there's like a note in the camp of a guy who was living there, and you can like follow this trail he leaves. Maybe he's dead, maybe he's still alive, and it turns out to be like a NPC camp. Like, this might be a little bit more advanced than the game's currently capable of pulling off, because they haven't added NPCs yet. But it's something I would like to see in the game. It really is. I want to see bigger and badder enemies, different enemies, weirder enemies. Zombies are great, but again, after a while, unless they're in groups, like, they're not much of a challenge. And then, even when they are in groups, at a certain point, they stop being a challenge anyway. I mean, that's the nature of this type of game. However, it doesn't have to be. You know, I mean, there were people here. I want to see stories. I want to see lives that were lost. You know, we have these houses, but you don't feel any connection to the people who used to live there. You don't feel any connection to these people. You know, maybe you get to the end of that story trail I was just talking about, and you find a special zombie with the character's name embroidered on his shirt because he was like a mechanic or something, and his overalls have it embroidered across his chest. And then you feel this connection to the character, and then you find him and you have to put him down, and like, you struggle with it because you've built up an emotional attachment. You were maybe even hoping that Bob was alive. I don't know why he's Bob. Just deal with it, guys. You don't really get that in this game. Instead, it's a lot of running from zombies, and then being able to fight zombies, and then being able to completely destroy zombies. Not decimate, destroy. People get that word confused a little too often, and I'm going to go off on a tangent here, because I can. Decimate means to greatly reduce. Destroy, or eradicate, more to the point, means to completely get rid of. Saying you completely decimated something means that you got it down to like a fraction of what it was, and then you left. And that's great, don't get me wrong, but just know that that's what you're saying. Don't just assume you're saying something different and run on with your life. I have lots of little things like that with words, guys, as you go on with me, assuming you even care. You will experience that. This is a perfect example of things I would like to be able to brighten up for you. Again, I'm experimenting with the lighting effects in Premiere. I don't have a lot of time logged getting to work with that stuff. So I'm hoping that over time I'll get a lot better at that, and then things like that won't become an issue anymore. I just want to search you. Did I take the bone? Okay. Alright, so we kind of raided this thing big time when we were here before. But I know I left some stuff in here. I was kind of in emergency mode, looking all over the place for antibiotics. If I said I was going to do something, I'm sorry, I don't remember. It's been just over a week since I played, and it feels like a lot longer than that. So, we're going to start a new plan. And that plan, at least for now, just involves looting, but I have a waypoint set down that way. It's going further away from the base, which will probably be silly because I'll probably be full by the time I get around to doing it. However, it just feels right. And my hunches in this game tend to lead me to cool places. So I'm going to go with it. Literally, because it's far away from home. But, yeah. So, yeah, this game is missing a lot. And I feel they're missing out on a lot of suspense in the game. I've been watching Cage play... That's Cage848, by the way. I've been watching Cage play The Forest again. And there's an element to that game that just... I wish it was in 7 Days to Die a lot of the time, I'll be honest. Like, when I'm raiding these places and it gets dark, it should be creepy. Like, I should be terrified to go in here. But instead, I'm just talking. I feel so comfortable, I can just sit here and talk to you guys. I know, it's like a breakthrough. I mean, I was starting to go crazy, guys. I mean, technically I am talking to myself right now. 105 wellness, yes. Hey, come in. Let me in. I broke it. Well, we raided one pig so far. It seems to have worked. I don't know if it'll work again. The bug was actually narrowed down to not so much that it was happening, you know, that it was keeping people from looting animals, but rather you would loot one animal of a certain type, and the next time you went to go do that, it wasn't working. I heard a pig. I have no idea where he is. But, yeah. So we're gonna go over to that bookstore, I think. I think it's a bookstore, what not? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. But, the other thing I was doing is I was looking around, trying to find some things to put up on the channel. Again, don't get me wrong, I love 7 Days to Die. It's a fun game. I'm starting to lose my wonder with the game. However, I'm still going to be playing it. I enjoy the game. It's not like I'm abandoning it. I know nobody really watches it, but I also have Tomb Raider series going on here. And I don't really care if anyone watches it or not. I am never going to put a series on here that I don't finish. I might get to a point where I'm playing a game and I desperately am working to finish it just because I hate the game so much I just never want to have to play it again. But that's going to be my thing. I was working on trying to maybe do Darkest Dungeon some more. Quite honestly, the game's just frustrating me to no end. every time I've played it, it just turns into complete breakdown. And essentially, I mean, I might as well not be playing at all. Uh, it just infuriates me. It really does, guys. Until they get the insanity thing balanced, like, that's not going to be a game I'm playing on here. That's not who I want to be. However, as probably all of you know, Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt comes out on the 19th. I have been super excited for this game since I first saw the trailer killing monsters. I cannot explain to you just how excited I am for this game. The sad part is I don't even know that much about it. And I have not played Witcher 1 and 2. And I know a lot of people are going, no, you can't play Witcher 3 if you play... Yeah, I don't care, guys. I'm gonna play it. And my schedule, I believe, is going to be to have 7 days on Monday and Friday, Tomb Raider on Tuesday, and then either 7 days or Witcher 3 on Wednesday. Now, that is my theoretical plan. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take the weekends off to either play games that, for whatever reason, I can't play on the channel, and or just to enjoy myself with friends, or more likely, at least for the moment, all the homework. I actually have a ton of homework I need to get done right now. I probably shouldn't even be playing this, but I committed, guys, and it doesn't matter if one of you watches this or none of you watches this, or if there's 1.5 million people watching this, or even more than that. I said I was going to do it, and I'm going to do it. There may come a point where this is no longer feasible, but I'm not going to let that be within the first year, at the very least. I'm going to give it a year before I even consider giving it up. So just know that, good, bad, I'll be here. The schedule may not always be as packed as I would like it, but that is the schedule for now. And, I mean, if there are any other games you want to see me play, there's no reason I can't pick up, say, one more. Particularly when I finish either Tomb Raider or The Witcher. Like, it would be great to have some suggestions. My biggest issue so far has been with uncleared DMC. Now, I don't want to get raped and pillaged on copyright stuff, guys. As long as they'll give me permission to play it on the channel, I'm in. I haven't had too much trouble with it, but there are a few games out there that I really would like to put on here. And some of them, people were just like, oh my god, no, you can't do that. Everybody's been receiving messages. I would love to play Grand Theft Auto here, for example. But I've heard so many negative things about what's been going on with Let's Players getting copyright notices because of music or a cutscene, or... Like, I would love to put Grand Theft Auto 5 on here for you guys. But, I'm too small. I am not associated with networks. And I don't have personal permission from these guys. Like, it's just not gonna happen for now. If they want to give me permission, I'll take it. Ow. Ow. This is unfortunate. Well, that was just in the nick of time. I should have seen that coming, guys. I was very in the middle of talking. But yeah, if the game devs want to be like, hey, no, go ahead and record that, and we'll give you permission to put it up there, that's great. However, until I get their permission to do it, or they put out some very clear YouTube rules, like, It's not gonna happen. Not on my channel, guys. I am sorry for that. I would love to. I really would. But sometimes it's just not in the cards. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, The Witcher 3 has already given consent. They are across the board seeming to be cool with it. And so I'm cool with it. I'm absolutely going to do it. I'm going to throw up all the videos. I will throw up all the inane things. I'm thinking like 40-minute videos for The Witcher. Look, we'll figure out how addicted I am to that game, and then we'll start nailing down how long the episodes are gonna be. No, I'm looking forward to this game. From what I hear, it's very excellent with basically making the game feel like it doesn't really need you to survive. You live in this world, and while you make an impact, you're just a part of it. The world exists, and you are a piece of it. And that is wonderful. That's what I want from a game. I want to feel like the game doesn't need me to make the story progress. I mean, of course, you will always make the story progress. That's the point of story-driven games. But, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm just expressing my feelings here. I haven't been on here for a while, so my inane chatter stuff, like, it's getting worse again. I have a natural state, it seems, and that state is quiet. I don't do the talking thing. I don't have people skills, guys. I'm socially awkward. Many of you, I'm sure, know that feeling. Stupid filing cabinet in the way. Gosh. Alright. But, yeah, it just... I don't know. I feel like most of you guys are gonna get that. Even if you don't have it yourself, you're gonna get it. Here's a thing that happened over the weekend, though, that I am excited to tell you about. So, I took my godson to go see the Avengers movie. That movie was freaking awesome. I'll be honest, there were some parts in there that didn't really excite me all that much. The whole ending scene after the credits, I'm not going to spoil anything. Everybody was like, oh my god, you have to see it, it's the best, you're going to be so excited. I'm not that excited. Again, not to spoil anything, but the person who is shown in that particular clip, I'm not excited. I just don't like him. I thought the cast did a wonderful job in this movie, as always. They have done a great job in the past, and as we go forward, that is not changing at all. Very glad to say that. There's one character in the movie, guys. I'm not gonna say who, but he's someone you have not seen in the series yet. I could live without him. I thought the bad guy was pretty funny. He had some Nick Nolte charm going on there. It was pretty hysterical. The comedy moments, I lived for them. Like, there were parts in there where I felt like I was drowning, and just redundant drama for what it was. And the comedy parts always brought it back to a head. Like, it was hysterical. Elizabeth Olsen made a wonderful Scarlet Witch. I am a little curious how they're going to bring in the whole X-Men thing, or if they're going to touch it at all, because, I mean, they're doing a Deadpool series, and I have to assume that the Deadpool movie that's going to be coming out is part of this Marvel universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe now. So, I mean, I'm excited, guys. I'll just say that. Plus the Fantastic Four movie. Like, I'm not even a big fan of Fantastic Four, but it looks like it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Which brings me to DC. DC is going to do a Suicide Squad movie, guys. Not bad in and of itself. The cast is killing me. Ben Affleck is Batman. They're going to try to pull a Marvel move and, create their Justice League universe. And I'm completely down for that. I'm still trying so hard to give Affleck a chance as Batman, but every time I see that, it breaks my heart a little bit more, guys. And then I saw the cast list for Suicide Squad. Will Smith is going to be playing Deadshot. Now, far and away from the fact that Deadshot is a white man, I can get past that. It's not a hard thing to get over. It's not that I don't like you, Will Smith, and assuming that you manage to see this someday, no, it's not that. I think you are a wonderful actor, and the movies you have been in are fantastic. I am a particular fan of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I spent a lot of my childhood growing up with that. That being said, are you sure you have the temperament to be Deadshot? Like, are you sure you know what you got yourself into? The more I hear about the DC stuff, guys, the less excited I get for it. They're ruining it. Speaking of ruining things, going back to Marvel, Spider-Man. They're rebooting it again. Now, my understanding here is they're going to completely skip over the whole origin story and just kind of throw him into the Marvel mix. And there's a lot of speculation on whether or not he's going to show up in the new Captain America movie. Sorry about the dogs. I can do nothing about that. But everybody's going, oh no, he's going to be the one of the new characters in the new Captain America movie. And blah 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 blah, yada 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 yada. That's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not getting down on Captain America or Spider-Man. But at this point, I feel like every couple of years, they try the Spider-Man thing again. At a certain point, we're just going to get sick of Spider-Man. Don't get me wrong. I love Spider-Man. Getting more than a little sick of him. I kind of want to go in there, but at the same time, I'm kind of done with this town. I would like to move on to the Flag before it gets too late. So here's the deal. I'm going to run in that direction until about 1700, I think. And see what there is to see. If I hit 1700, I will turn around and I will come back here like a scared little chicken. Because I do not want to be out here in the middle of the night. I do not remember which one of these I hit in. I think it was this one, but I can't remember. I'm not even going to take the handlebars. Quite frankly, I just don't want the auger right now. And I don't want to have to deal with the space it takes up. And I just... nah. Dang it, nurse. Apparently it ran out of arrows sometime in there. Well, fine. I'll smash you in the face. How did I run out of arrows? Good lord. I know I was killing a lot of zombies, but... I have to be careful. This thing, like, manages to hit for just a little too little. I understand how confusing that must have been for you guys. I'm sorry. If it just hits for... Got it. If it hits for just a little too little, though, like, I could get in trouble real fast. Little jerk. I'm telling you guys, it's for humanity. I have to kill those things for humanity. Oh, great. I have infinite stamina. Yes, please. Except for you only had a blood bag. That was awful. I actually have the leather tanning book now, so I will be able to make a crossbow. Obviously not right this moment, but it's coming, guys. It's coming. But yeah, lots of cool stuff going on with the movie stuff that's happening with the superheroes. It's real exciting. People are trying to get me to play the Marvel... whatever the Marvel game is that's out right now. It's some superhero multiplayer type game. Everybody's real excited about it. It looks good, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not... I'm not, like, dying to play it, but... Like, I mean, it looks good. I can see why people are excited. I'm just not really one of them. Like, I get the superhero thing. I love superpowers. I'm kind of marveled out. I mean, if they could make a decent Superman game, like, I'd play it. But the only superhero games right now I'm really excited for are, like, the Batman series, and it's technically not a superhero game, but I am playing Saints Row 4 right now as well. That's another one that, like, it seems like it's not going to be on shaky ground if I were to want to put it on the channel, but at the same time it's a little bit further back, and while I have fun playing it, I feel like the whole thing just devolves into me acting like a 4-year-old. If you heard the humor that I engage in that game, you would understand exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, look at town where I can stay. I was just about to turn around because it was like 1704. It kind of smells like a town with no stores in it, though. Oh well, we can raid the cars. That's always good. Hello, nurse. I'm telling you, I have no maturity, guys. Worse than that, I have no shame. If you don't like it, too bad. Why is it every time I leave to go anywhere, there are cheerleaders all over me? Like, in high school, would have been great. Now, not so much. I don't even know, guys. I don't even know. So, tell me what your weekend was like. What have you been doing? I mean, I don't get to ask you guys very many questions because, you know, this is kind of a one-way thing while I'm recording. I mean, I know Star does like a question a day thing. Sorry, that was a really long, awkward pause there. Maybe that'll be part of my Let's Plays from now on. We'll have that moment where I'm just like, awkward moment. Huh. Look, I watch a lot of Craig Ferguson. That's a thing that might happen, guys. I love that man's comic genius. He is a living legend of our times, and if you don't know that, I'm very sorry for you. Well, this is about to get unfortunate, guys. This video may go on a tad longer than intended. Can I get into this one? Nope, I can't. Alright, well, this is going to be a fascinating night. Oh. Nope, it will be a dead night, is what it will be. Okay, well, I'm gonna die, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed episode 3 of 7 Days to Die. Only took me 3, though, because I'm not good. I'm not good, guys. Only 3 days. So we're gonna spawn on my bedroll. I will see you later. You know what? Don't judge me. Don't you judge me. Okay, you can judge me. Have a good night, guys. This is Irish Vampire. This was episode 3 of season 2 of my 7 Days to Die Let's Play. This is Alpha 11.4. And I'm out.